This is a really cool drum I've had for a long time. This is a Taye original series maple. I think it's a 6x14 with 10-ply maple hoops. This is in the original series, and it was made for me by Ray Ayotte when he used to build drums for Taye. It's a little bit different than what's currently available, which I think they call Studio Maple. Similar, very similar drum. They just sound a little bit different for one reason or another, but those are also great options. I don't think this particular thing is available anymore. It might be, but the Studio Maple is, and those are really cool, as are the Studio Birch. So those will be cheaper. I think this was, you know, the higher upper level snare drum at the time. Anyway, it's a 10-lug drum. It's got this kind of cool purple to maple fade. I use this drum, as you hear in the demo, for straight ahead jazz. It has the wood hoops just kind of mellow out the attack when I tune it up tight, which I like the sound. It just blends better with these vintage bebop drums. Also just gives me a little bit more kind of like a deeper, kind of denser sound, especially when I tune the head pretty tight. So that's the context that I have it in today. It's also a great drum for like a real meaty kind of blues snare drum sound. If you put like a muffling ring or something, tune it down a little bit. You also hear in the plain demo, what I did was I just detuned 3 of the lugs, 1 of them all the way, 2 of them just about all the way. And you'll hear it gets like kind of a splattier kind of a sound. That's a quick go-to for me for getting the kind of a thuddy sound that's not dead, but punchy. And this is also one of the rare drums that when I do that tuning, the kind of low, thuddier sound, I can actually hit rim shots because the wood hoops just add some extra smack, which is really cool. So you hear that. So I'm going to play some kind of jazzy, funky sounding groove with a little bit of swing, a little bit of backbeat, and then I'll go into the detuned sound. If I had to like imagine what drummer I would be calling for this, it would definitely be Steve Jordan's kind of a vibe. I know with one of his signature drums, he has wood hoops on it, so that's just the sound that I hear when I go for this drum. So it's got a nice, strong attack, but it's not super bright. You can tune it high and not have it sound brittle and choked. So let's check it out. All right, so for anyone curious, at the moment I have a Remo coated Emperor head on it. It originally came with a coated Ambassador. It sounded great then, it sounds great now. The bottom head is just standard. The wires are the Pure Sound Custom Pro, I believe they're called. The ones that have little pins that kind of elevate the wires off of the head. For whatever reason, they're not actually sitting as well as I want to on this drum. They kind of rattle a little bit, so I think I'm gonna swap them out soon. But still, it sounds great. The throw-off, Taye's throw-off is interesting. It kind of goes all the way down horizontally, which allows you actually to get some kind of interesting, partially off, rattly kind of sounds, which are cool. But if you take it all the way off, you know, they're completely disengaged. Simple throw-off, it works. I think Taye Drums is the company that often gets overlooked for whatever reason. But everything they make that I've played has been really nice. Some things have been amazing, and everything is reasonably priced. So if you're in the market for some stuff, don't overlook Taye. And this is the original series. I believe this is a Sugar Maple shell with 10-ply wood hoops. Comparable would be their Studio Maple. Anyway, thanks for checking it out, and we'll get back to some grooves here. See you next time.